Hey everybody, good morning. This is Kaya Garcia, relationship expert and healer for you to have the very best life that God designed for you. I am only here as a guide for you to get to where you need to go. So, first and foremost, let's make that really clear. The person who's going to do the work to heal your life is you. But I'm going to be here to help guide you along the way. So, what you need to understand is that now you are taking full responsibility for everything that happens in your life. No one else is to blame. No one else is, it's not their fault. There's nothing even wrong with them. And there's nothing really wrong with you. But coming to the terms that there are things that are needing to be changed is a really great step on how to create change, is first acknowledging that we need to change. So I had a really great question that we're going to talk about today that a single beautiful woman messaged me on, and here's the response and the question. So here's the question, and then I'll give you the response. So the question looks like this. She messaged me, and I encourage all of you guys to message me your date relationship questions. How can I know if I walked away from something correctly, and how to know if I can try again with that person, like later on, if we've both done work on ourselves? Um, that's like a really great thing to ask. The other question was, how do I make myself emotionally available? Like, what things should I read? But those are like two separate questions. The first question, guys, how do I know if I walked away from something correctly? Here's the answer, and it's a little simple, but hear me out. If you already walked away, or more importantly, if he walked away from you, it's done. It's over. It's finished. Um, there's just no going back, and I'll tell you why. Love is like it's the least important ingredient in a marriage because it's just not what keeps a marriage together. So a marriage is like this beautiful, amazing thing. But we're trying to keep it long term. We're trying to keep it sustainable. We're trying to keep it forever. And what you need to have a forever relationship is a foundation, right? Like if you want to build a house and you're like, well, we have great sex, that's the roof, and we go to movies and we like the same movies, and that's the wall. And we have the same visions on like that we like to help people, and that's like the windows. And we both want kids, and that's like another wall. And that's great. But where's the foundation? The foundation is what will keep a house standing or not. And you want to just go there when you're thinking about having a relationship that lasts forever. What the foundation is in a relationship is security, trust, and knowing that you are wanted. Security, trust, and knowing and feeling that you are really wanted. This is what keeps a marriage secure, because if the man doesn't prioritize the woman and the woman feels insecure, there's no building on top of that, because the insecurity and the lack of distrust will permeate like termites into the walls, and eventually you will have a lot of damage over time. So, in answer to your question, how do you know if I walked away from something? If you walked away from it, it's done, because there's no going back. Because if you're looking for a committed marriage, you need stability and a relationship that goes on and off, on and off, on and off. I do want you. I don't want you. I love you, but it's not right. But maybe it's right, but I want it to be right. But please let it be right. But I'm not sure if it's right. And then you break up, and then you miss them so much, and then you go back. And then something inside of you says, no, it's not right. Then you walk away. And then you go back because you miss them and you love them and there's so much good. But then there's something gnawing inside of you that's like, I'm not sure this is your best, and you walk away. That type of foundation will crack over time. I mean, it's already cracked. You're already not with them. But do you really want to live in a house that has that foundation? Do you really want to live? We're going to have to edit this out, guys. Can I pause it maybe? Pause. The relationship that you want that's going to last the test of time and not give you health issues and have you feel successful and happy in your life are ones where you have stability, where there's no drama, where you didn't break up 5 times and get back together. You can have an okay marriage if that happens and you work on yourself and maybe both of you healed, but are you looking for an okay marriage or are you looking for an amazing life? I know for me, I always was looking for an amazing life. I was not looking for a half-assed life. I was not just looking for a relationship. I was really looking for a relationship that was going to make my dreams come true. And I really, really want that for you. So, you walked away from something that's not existing anymore because it's not existing anymore. And you don't go backwards in life, you go forward. You go forward in the sense of, I need to learn from this and move on because if it ended, trying to mend it is going to take a lot of my time and energy and effort. And quite honestly, I need that time, energy, and effort to work on myself, to heal myself, to focus on what I need, how I went wrong, what did I do to even get here? How did I attract this disaster? Right? Like you need you now. You don't need to figure out how to heal these wounds. I mean, like, man, that's messy work. Not only is that messy work, it's very time consuming, exhausting, energy draining, hard conversations. Sometimes you don't even get anywhere. And quite honestly, most of the time when you do this, even after all that hard work, you end up not lasting again. So, as someone who's done this for a long time, or you can look at your friends, the people who go back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, they also do that in their marriage. And that just means that they're never calm. They're never really enjoying life. They're never really living their highest potential of love. And the children that they bring into the world feel that friction and they feel that tension and they feel this push and pull. And you could do better. So you walked away if you've already walked away. I promise you, if it was meant to work out, it would have. How to know if you can try again with someone if you've both done good amount of self-work. No matter how much work you put into yourself, it's not for somebody else. It's for you. So let's say you put in a lot of work and you're a freaking different person. You won't want this guy anymore. You won't want him. You'd be like, you know what? Love you, believe in you, see you, don't want you. Because when you elevate your levels of life, you really attract different people. And it's impossible to go backwards if you've really gone forward. Like you're not the same person. Who you were when you attracted this relationship that was not working out, if you really grew and did the work on yourself, you wouldn't be attracted to that soul, like different soul spaces, different soul journeys, different energies. No matter how much work you put on in yourself, it's not for another person, it's for you. So when you change and grow and shift and love yourself, you're not going to want to go backwards. You are going to see an appreciation of the past and know how to let it go. You don't want to have a Humpty Dumpty as a life. You don't want a broken vessel. You don't want a cup that's broken and you you know, hot glued it back together because it's going to crack again. Meaning is if you really grow and work on yourself, you will learn to release the past and know there's something better for you, because who you were when you attracted that person is not who you are now. So do the work and don't care about them doing the work, because if you're really thinking about them doing the work, then you're not doing your work. If you're really thinking about them doing their work and growing and learning and healing, you're not doing your work, because your energy, when you're really doing your work, is all on you. It's like 100% on you. You need to be thinking about your flaws, your limiting beliefs, your dark thoughts, your scary thoughts, your fears, your bullshit stories, like the things holding you back. You need to forgive yourself and others, to stop blaming other people for the way the world is. You gotta, like, all of your energies in you. So, you can't work on yourself simultaneously. If you're really working on yourself, because then you're not thinking about you, you're thinking about the other person, where they're at in their progress, and that's the same disease that got you stuck in the first place. But I hope that really helps. I hope that really helps to make yourself emotionally available, which is the last question. Um, you have to be there for you. Emotional availability means I don't hate myself when I screw up, and I don't run away from myself when I suck. And I'm gentle with myself when I make mistakes. And I'm patient with life. I'm not hard on myself. I think about my needs versus others so that I can give to the world. Because if you're always drained, you don't want to give to the world. So you don't think of your needs in a selfish way. Thinking about your needs is actually really, really selfless, because you are not nearly very nice to very many people if you're crabby and hungry, tired, bitter, sad, not very nice. Or you can be a lot nicer. I know for me, like when I'm in a good mood, I talk to everyone, the cashiers, the cleaning lady, everyone. I'm a ball of joy when I'm full of joy, and I impact people around me everywhere I go. It's hard to do that when you're drained, not fed, not slept, and dealing with relationships. So making yourself emotionally available is constantly going to you. What do I need? What's my vision? What's my purpose? What do I want? What are my goals? How do I get there? Am I hungry? Do I need to sleep? Do I need to pee? Do I need to poop? Do I need to drink? Do I need to journal? Do I need to write? Do I need to exercise? Do I need to speak to a friend? Do I need to be alone? Do I need to check my belief systems? Do I need to, like, dude, like, you got a lot of needs. Do you need to pray, meditate? Like, where are you at? There's so many needs being human, because we're so spiritual. Um, the books that I recommend reading, I will do in a separate section. I hope this helped you guys, just a little bit. Love you. Peace.